Hello people, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are. Hope you're having a great day today. We're back with another video. Today we just ended the game against Portsmouth for the FA Cup. 4-1 win to us, but I gotta say I'm disappointed. Very disappointed, because if you watch the first half again, one shot on goal, that was it. We needed a set piece again and an own goal. The own goal was the first goal, actually. But that's what we needed. So, again, how are we playing against the 21st team in the championship, battling relegation, and you end the first half with basically starters playing, other than Waneri, that was, finally getting some minutes. But basically, you're playing with starters on the pitch, and you only make one shot on goal. That's a disgrace. How are you playing football like that against a championship team? It's a disgrace, people. Let's be fair. The score 4-1 looks good on paper, but if you watch the game, today we played awful. The only goal from open play, and I gotta say open play like that because it was literally a foul, that then Skelly passed it to Gabriel Jesus, who then made an amazing cross to Martinelli. That was the goal, the third goal. But other than that, we literally needed set pieces to get away with it. We needed corners again to win a game. That's a disgrace. When we talk about playing against a relegation team in the second tier of English football, the Championship, it's not good enough. It's not looking good. To be fair to Portsmouth, they played very well today. They were pressing very well, playing hard, making fouls, and they were playing well. But as the best team in Europe, we should be just walking with these teams. We should be just destroying them from the first half. And we're talking about a first half that we needed an own goal and a set piece to win. And I'm talking about the first half. We won the game, but we won the first half because of a set piece and an own goal. It's not good enough. From open play, we are looking average. We're not looking good. We're not creating. Today, Eze played. He barely got the ball. He barely created chances. He barely received a pass. And then Odegaard came into the pitch. Eze played on the left. And the only reason why Odegaard received balls was because he was literally beside the defenders asking for the ball. In my opinion, that doesn't look good. When you have your attacking midfielder going back, asking for the ball to the defenders, that's not good enough. You're literally just disregarding the CDMs. You're disregarding the players on the right back and the left back to try and get the ball forward, and then you're making your attacking midfielder drop deep to ask for the ball and try to create something. That's not good enough in my opinion. That's not something that I like about us playing like that. There's a reason why we're struggling from open play, and I think that's part of the issue, that you have the attacking midfielder having to drop to receive the ball, and we saw the other side of it with Eze not dropping back, barely getting the ball. We're a team that plays to the wings, and in my opinion that's not working, because we are predictable. We go to the wings, we do nothing, try and get a corner, and then depend on the set pieces. And as we saw against Liverpool last game, we cannot depend on set pieces all the time, because they're not going to be enough for certain games. It wasn't enough against Liverpool. Today it was good enough because we're playing as a second tier football club. We're playing a relegation battle in the championship team. That's what we're playing. We're playing Portsmouth. They're 21st. And we're still struggling to score goals from open play. That, in my opinion, is not good enough. When you're struggling against a second division team to score goals from open play, there is a major red flag that we have to identify, and we have to try and do something else. The thing is, we've gotten away with it throughout the season. That's why we're playing the same way over and over again, because we're going away with it. but it's not going to be reliable. I don't think this is going to work out in the Champions League, and I don't think it's going to work out at the final stages of the Premier League. And we're talking about a league in which Liverpool, they're struggling. We haven't beat them this season. We couldn't beat them in 2 games. Man City, they are struggling, and they're still just 6 points behind us. And if we go like that against them at the Etihad, it's not going to be enough. And now on to the FA Cup. Well, we got into the next round, finally. But today's game actually made me look more to the negative side of us not scoring from open play. Eze is struggling, not getting the ball. When he played on the left, now with Odegaard on the pitch, there was no difference. He was still struggling. He made a shot and that was it. But whenever he had the ball, he wasn't passing the ball well to anyone else around the pitch. When he played as the attacking midfielder, he wasn't receiving the ball. Then Odegaard came into the pitch as the attacking midfielder, and what happened was he had to go back to receive the ball. That's a negative in my opinion. Noni Madueke today, I thought he played very well, but you cannot make a penalty like that. Why the fuck are you stopping the run, losing all the momentum, and then running again? That's what makes this guy miss penalties. Just run to the ball and make a power shot, and that's it. That's how you score penalties. Because if you saw the penalty again, a replay, he stops the run, makes the run again, shoots the ball literally just falling off balance. You're never going to score a penalty like that. You need to be too lucky to score a penalty like that. Other than the penalty, I thought Madueke today had a very good game. It's nice to see that we could play him the 90 minutes and Saka was not getting minutes, because today's game is a game that you are supposed to rest the starters. Gabriel Magalhaes played today 75 minutes. Cool. Yes, we've got injury situations and things like that. If Mosquera was available, probably he was going to be playing. It's normal. Well, you had injuries. It's nice to see that he didn't play the 90 minutes. Cool. Timber, he shouldn't be playing today. But given the Ben White injury situations that we've had through the years, it's obvious to see that he's not ready to play the 90 minutes, even at this level. And Ben White today was playing awful. Let's be fair, he was being found out everywhere. Skelly, same situation. I think that he didn't play very well today. He was being found out. It doesn't come, in my opinion, anymore to the lack of minutes that he's had. It comes to the fact that he's a defensive midfielder playing out of position. So if we go into the transfer window now and get a left back, makes sense. Because Calafiori is injury prone, Hincapié injury prone. Skelly is a defensive midfielder. He's not a left back. He has to play defensive midfielder at some point this season because that's his position. If we're serious on keeping the guy, he's got to play in the defensive midfield area. And then, other than that, I thought the game today was, from open play, atrocious. Let's be fair. I don't think I'm gonna just get the lights off because, well, early in the morning right here. So let's just woke up to watch the game like that and kind of disappointed with how we play. But yeah, guys, from open play, I thought that today was not good enough. If you're gonna play against a second tier team in English football, and you're gonna play, and you're gonna play against a team that's basically fighting for relegation, you have to score from open play, and we were unable to do that. We were unable to create chances to Gabriel Jesus. Then when Havertz came in, unable to create for him. We're always playing through the wings, and that's not working. And if we're going to keep playing like that at the end of the season, it's not going to work out. So actually the game today leaves me with more negatives than actually positives. even though we won 4-1. The only positive is set piece. Again, we know that since the start of the season that from set pieces we're going to score goals. But we cannot rely on set pieces. We clearly saw that example against Liverpool this season, last game. And we're moving on against second tier teams at the FA Cup, and we're unable to score from open play. That is a big negative. It doesn't matter who's on the pitch, they're not going to perform. Odegaard hasn't been performing, Eze hasn't been performing, and from open play, we're not generating chances. The two attacking midfielders are not getting the ball or giving chances to create. Eze today played awful, and it comes down, in my opinion, to the fact that he hasn't had too many minutes, but we're playing a second division team. We shouldn't be talking about him not having minutes or being lacking, game time, because we're playing against a second tier football team that's battling for relegation. They're 21st. Today actually leaves me with a lot of negatives and a lot of worries, because if we're going to keep playing like this, it's not going to be good enough. We're going to bottle the league if we keep doing the things we're doing like today. If we don't manage to find a way to score from open play, we're going to struggle to beat the teams at the end of the league campaign. It's not positive what I saw today. And if we're going to play like that in the Champions League, we're going to be found out. At the Etihad, I don't think we're going to win if we keep doing the same things we're doing. We need to find a way to score from open play. That's the truth. We need to find a way to get that rhythm going and to get those attacking players involved. Because at the moment, we're only playing on the wings, and it's not good enough. We make crosses just for the sake of it without actually targeting a player to get the header. If you watch all the crosses we've been making are literally just hoping for someone to be there at the end of it. Now you have to make crosses with intent to find a player. If you're going to play crossing, we have to find a guy. We have to play those crosses with intent, but we don't do that. We literally cross just for the sake of it. Someone's going to be at the end of it. But then you move on to the corners, and because we make those corners with the intent on finding someone, that's why we're so good at set pieces. But it's always balanced with this football club. When we're good at set pieces this season, but when it comes to scoring from open play, we cannot do that. Previous seasons before, we were good from open play, but on set pieces we were awful, and we were being counter-attacked, and we conceded goals. We have to find a balance. It's always like that with us. It's always like that. We need to find a balance when it comes to the attacking things. When it comes to defending, again, when we have a good defensive team, we don't have a good attacking team. When we had a good attacking team, defensively, we were awful. So why are we always struggling to find a balance? I have no idea, people, but I gotta say I'm disappointed with today's game. When you have one shot on goal in the first half against a championship team battling for relegation, that's a major red flag. You cannot expect to win the league like that, playing that brand of football. It is a worry. And we've been lucky this season, that's why we're battling for the league, and in the Champions League it's different, but still, it's not looking good. Today's game is, I'm shocked. I'm very shocked that today we were unable to put our foot in the gas and score from open play. No Gyökeres to blame today. Odegaard played. When he came into the pitch, we played the same brand of football we were playing with Eze in that position. Waneri got some minutes today, but nothing to be happy about. Skelly being found out against second division team players. Ben White wasn't playing good. I gotta say, we got away with it with set pieces. That was it. Very disappointed. Very disappointed as a fan. Well, we're moving on to the second round, to the next round. Something that we haven't done since we won the FA Cup. Cool. Other than that, today's game is a disappointment. But well, people, without further to say, hope you're having a great day. Enjoy the